Get ready for another wild ride through Reddit. Today we're exploring our slash Tifu with 7 absolutely incredible stories. These posts had everyone talking, and I know you're going to love them. Hit like if you're excited. This story is titled Tifu by accidentally becoming the mystery tenant in my own building, posted by you/cold translator 3949. This morning I was sitting in the lobby waiting for my food delivery, playing on my phone, and minding my business. I guess I sat there long enough, hood up, that my building manager didn't recognize me, and thought I was someone trying to sneak in. Instead of talking to me, he sent a building-wide message saying, "Do not let the man in the gray hoodie inside until we confirm who he is." I only realized I was the man in the gray hoodie when my upstairs neighbor came downstairs, looked at me, and went, "Bro, is this you?" She showed me the screenshot from the cameras. It was literally me slouched like a depressed NPC waiting for a side quest to begin. I had to walk up to the manager and explain that I live here and he's literally cashed my rent checks. He apologized so hard he offered me free laundry credits. So, yeah, I got security warned about myself. This story is titled Tifu by Forgetting I Had a Pie Hole, posted by you/500 Shames. This next story will blow your mind. Obligatory, this actually happened like 3 years ago. I hit it off with a girl on a dating app. We went on a date and she seemed legitimately interested in me. The vibes were fantastic. She mentioned enjoying anime and manga, same as I do. When I was at home and we were texting, I recommended some random older manga that I really enjoyed. And she asked where she could read it. So, I Googled around and came across an only mildly sketchy site where one could read it for free. I copied the URL and sent it to her. She sent me a curt "What the fuck did you just send me?" text, and I was baffled. It was a brief loop of "What are you talking about? This is fucking disgusting. I mean, I guess it's a little on the darker side. But it's a horror series, just keep reading. Why the fuck would you think this was okay to send to me?" And then she unmatched and blocked me. I opened up the link again and it was fine. I had no idea what had happened. When I was having lunch with a friend and was venting to him about this, I pulled up the text conversation and clicked the link. I immediately realized what had happened. At the time, I had a Pi hole set up, a Raspberry Pi that acted as a network-level ad blocker. When I had originally opened the link while connected to my home network, it just showed all the pages for Chapter 1, and not a single ad. What I did not realize was that the Pi hole was holding back an incredible quantity of anime porn advertisements and videos. When later accessing the site on cellular data, I would be greeted with Bulma from Dragon Ball getting viciously, viscerally, viscously cream-pied by Bart Simpson. Closing that ad would show a clip depicting an actually 1,000-year-old dragon in a very not 1,000-year-old girl's body doing things. And some of the ads were even worse, depicting animated things of an even more questionable legal nature. It was sorta impossible to access the underlying site without closing 30 ads first. It made perfect sense that she would unmatch someone that would send that to her after one date, and act like it was fine. This story is titled Tifu by Not Looking at My Seasonings, posted by you/Woltapower. Our next tale is absolutely wild. So, earlier tonight I was eating a delicious roll with my dinner. And I thought it would be nice to put some butter, and sprinkle some za'atar on top. If you haven't had it before, it's like a blend of herbs and sesame seeds. It's a little tart and herby. Delicious on a roll with butter olive oil. I go pull it out from the pantry and note that it's been a while since I last used it. I pop it open, spread a generous slab of butter on my roll, and sprinkle some on top. Then, I sit down with my roll and go back to scrolling on my phone as I start munching. As I'm sitting there, a couple bites in, suddenly something catches my eye. Some movement. Something moving in the za'atar. I watch with growing horror as what must be hundreds of tiny little mites move slowly across the za'atar. I stare for a couple seconds, frozen, and slowly look at my roll. Now, luckily, I seem to have avoided sprinkling pure bugs on my roll since I don't see anything moving. But keep in mind, this is several bites in, and there was butter involved too. So, I definitely ate bugs. Like, several many tiny little bugs. On butter, on my roll, so many bugs, chewing them up, and eating them, and I ate bugs. This story is titled Tifu by trying to censor the radio at work, posted by you/Confiend. Our next story is equally fascinating. This was actually today. You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette came on the radio at work. I work at a hair salon that, while not ultra-luxury high-end, is a very nice place. And we have a clientele of all ages, lots of 65 plus. The standard genre we listen to is more yacht rock leaning, but are allowed to reasonably play what we like if everyone's happy. Anyway, there's a big fuck in this song. And I knew that this specific station we had on isn't censored, but it isn't usually really a problem. For some reason I got worried about it when I saw it coming. But no problem, I pulled out my phone. The music is controlled from an app. Just in time I'm able to stop it. Are you thinking of me when you would dash? Cut music. I wait a second, press play again. Fuck up here, so maybe you realized. When I said the music is controlled from an app, but we listen to music through a streaming service. I know you can stream live stations, but this wasn't one. So, what I did was plunge the place into silence, only for the music to restart. Right where it left off. Fuck her. Causeth lovathadio gavathate may doestable to dash absolutely, just drawing way more attention to that big OLEFF than just leaving it alone. Nobody noticed or said anything anyway, and this whole crisis was confined to my head, lol. This story is titled Tifu by Not Reading a Letter, posted by you/Rachel71701. Let's dive into another shocking story. I fell down a flight of stairs at my work a couple weeks ago. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I told them I'd just go to an urgent care after work. Nobody listened, and I got sent in an ambulance. This is in America, so. Money. A few days later, I got an email from the hospital about workers' compensation. Turns out I had 2 weeks to fill out the form, or I'd be charged for my visit. But I had a concussion when I got the email, and I couldn't remember if it was real. I went back in my email to find it, and couldn't, so I figured I imagined it. I just got the $3,000 hospital bill. Is there any way I can still get workers' comp to cover it, or am I screwed out of $3,000 for falling at work? This story is titled Tifu by Getting a Filling Done Without Any Numbing or Local Anesthesia, posted by you/MiserableSpeed8861. Our next tale is absolutely wild. This story is titled Tifu by Getting Drunk and Eating Raw Crescent Roll Dough, posted by you/GlowingTrashPanda. And now for our final story of today. So, last night I got drunk and was hungry, and lazy, and I've had bites of raw crescent roll dough before and everything was fine, so I ate some last night. I put what I didn't eat in a Ziploc and I'm gonna turn that into dumplings later. Well, I got to wake up this morning to the most excruciating stomach pains I've ever had, even worse than my period cramps that will sometimes drop me to the floor. And it just has not stopped all day long. I feel like I want to die. I keep burping, and every time I think the pain is finally over, a couple minutes later it starts back up again. It's mainly in the epigastric area, and as a former paramedic I was worried I was having an inferior me at first because the pain was so bad and I could barely breathe. Then, I remembered what I ate last night. I figured I would just fight through it and it would go away after a few hours. But no, it's 4 p.m. now and I thought it was done, but after I tried taking a sip of water that set off the pain again. What an incredible collection of stories we had today. Reddit never ceases to amaze me. Like and subscribe for more Reddit story compilations. Until next time, take care.